Welcome, everybody. John Zegar, johnzegar.com. How's everybody doing today? Good? Good. So, I guess I'm on a second time today, only going to be a few minutes, trying to get the Spreaker.com back up and running. They took it down from me for a while, and so now I'm trying to put everything back together and get it reestablished. So I have to start off shorter and then work back up to longer intervals. Anyhow, so today I want to talk a little bit about personality and how that gets developed. And I'm going to make it real brief and short and easy to understand. So we're programmed when we're little kids from mom's third trimester to about age 7. We're in a state of theta, which is kind of like being hypnotized. And when you look at little kids running around under the age of 7, they have no clue what's happening or why. So they're very impressionable, and some things sink in and some things don't, but they pick up on how the world should be and how they should be in the world. Some good, some not so good, right? And that starts developing personality. Here's the interesting part. Sometimes because of the programming from pre-7, from adults and the world, they end up doing things that they don't seem to have a lot of control over. And it's a result of programming, right? Developing their personality. And as they get older, past 7, in their teens and 20s and whatever, then all of a sudden that stuff starts kicking in and they start acting a certain way or not. For the better or not, right? There's a lot of examples. That we misconstrue as we grow up and become adults. I'll give you 2 examples. This is an adult station, so, be a little temperate with different examples you might come up with even on your own. One example, number 1, would be neuroscientists talk about by the time we're in our 40s, early 50s, probably closer to 40-ish, we start saying things that aren't necessarily true. 50% of what we talk about by recalling memories, past experiences growing up, are not even true. For the most part, they're not even true. And we make that stuff up. That's called memories, and that leaves a negative connotation in our heads, and we visualize our lives growing up much, much worse than what they really were, what it really was. Okay? That goes on, and think of all kinds of examples in your own life where you might have thought things to be worse than they really were. So what happens is you have to go back to those memories and correct them so that they're more accurate and that your life was not quite as bad as you may have thought. Here's another example, developing personality and wondering where that stuff came from. Part of it's programming, right? We're just programmed and we pick up weird associations with different types of programming that we're given. And it comes out either good or bad, not always in the best interest of us. Girls will all of a sudden find themselves in situations that excites them and gives them kind of an insight into the world that they never really thought they would be in. Partly because of programming, partly because of personality traits that they started picking up on, and they exaggerated them one way or the other so that they came out different than what they thought they would come out. So you might find girls in bigger cities maybe feeling their childhood, growing up, teen years were not quite as positive as they could have been, and that leaves a negative connotation, and therefore they go out and they look at gratification in various different ways, and they may start doing or acting a certain way that is gratifying for them, but really it's the memory that they have of growing up is not accurate, and it helped develop the personality that they have that's not really an accurate interpretation of who they really are. So they have to go back and reprogram the program, right? And they have to go back and change the personality away from the situation that they're in. So, in conclusion, I guess the point I'm trying to make is that we, male, female, as we get older, we look back on our lives in a more negative light than what they really were, what it really was. And we need to go back to those memories, and we need to rewrite those, change the story, tell it differently, tell it more accurately. And in turn, as we start reprogramming our subconscious, we will move away from that immediate gratification type thing that excuse me, sometimes males or females will slip into. It doesn't mean they're bad people. Excuse me, it just means that they're misinterpreting where they came from as they were growing up. Anyhow, I want to stop because I want to make these kind of short. I'll see if I can get one more in later this evening. If not, I'll jump in tomorrow with a couple more. So anyway, God bless everybody. Take care of one another, and I look forward to talking to you all again real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.